Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to present an important topic, that is acute rheumatic fever. It's a very common and disastrous problem. As you all know that this rheumatic fever is caused by group A streptococcus, and it occurs in persons who have previously being infected with the streptococcal sore throat, and also due to some autoimmune reaction. This is a non-suppurative sequel or a complication of Streptococcus pyogenes, which comes under group A streptococcus, and it generally occurs 1 to 4 weeks after the acute infection of Streptococcus pyogenes. Streptococcus pyogenes is no longer detectable when this complication sets in. It's a major public health problem among children and young adults in the developing countries, and it is the most common cause for the acquired heart disease in children. It is commonly found in 4 to 15 years of age. Incidence is 5%. Etiological agent is Streptococcus pyogenes. आप लिख भी सकते हैं अनुराग, आप लिख लीजिए. Etiological agent, the etiological agent is Streptococcus pyogenes, and this occurs in persons, acute rheumatic fever occurs in persons who have previously acquired streptococcal group A sore throat, and it occurs due to autoimmune reaction. This acute rheumatic fever is a non-suppurative sequel. This acute rheumatic fever is a non-suppurative sequel or a complication of Streptococcus pyogenes, which belongs to group A streptococcus. Usually the M serotypes are responsible, that is 5, 3, 5, 6, 14, 18, 19 and 24. Now coming to the pathogenesis, acute rheumatic fever generally occurs in children between 5 to 15 years of age. Between 5 to 15 years of age, and also it is rare over 30 years of age. But recurrent episodes of acute rheumatic fever are common in young adults. When cardiac valvular damage occurs, this entity is called as rheumatic heart disease. Pathogenically, it may be autoimmune. The antibodies against the streptococcal M protein cross react with the myocardial and heart valves, causing cellular destruction. further damaging the heart valves. The streptococcal toxin and enzyme, that is streptolysin, may be directly toxic for human cardiac cells. The risk factors include 5 to 15 years, poor nutrition, poor hygiene, and low immunological status. It generally affects the heart, joints, and nervous system. There is degeneration of heart valves. There is degeneration of heart valves, and there is formation of Aschoff nodules. ASCHOFF, Aschoff nodules, which are inflammatory myocardial lesions.
सर इसका क्या मतलब होता है सॉफ्ट नोड्यूल?
Aschoff nodules is the name of a nodule that is typical for acute rheumatic fever. These nodules are formed in the myocardium और ये एक inflammatory lesion होता है. Inflammatory lesion होता है. Now coming to the clinical features. The clinical features involve the heart, joints, nervous system, and skin. Commonly it presents as fever. Number 2, migratory polyarthritis. अब माइग्रेटरी पॉलीआर्थराइटिस में मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, माइग्रेटरी मीन्स लाइक इफ द लार्ज जॉइंट इज इन्वॉल्व्ड. आपके कुछ दिन के लिए घुटनों में दर्द हुआ, आपको लगा बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, कुछ दिन बाद वो सही हो गया, फिर आपके ये पकड़ लिया, फिर आपके एल्बो आ गए या शोल्डर जॉइंट आ गए, तो दिस इज माइग्रेटरी पैटर्न. ठीक है, नॉट कन्फाइनिंग टू वन ग्रुप ऑफ जॉइंट्स. इट इज अफेक्टिंग वन ग्रुप ऑफ जॉइंट्स, रिकवरिंग इट एंड देन taking the another one. This is migratory polyarthritis. Pancarditis, also the patient has chorea, CHOREA, also called as Sydenham's chorea, SYDENHAM, Sydenham's chorea. What is a chorea? Chorea is a jerky involuntary body movement. This is chorea. Like जिसको आप कहते हैं झटके थोड़ा से. This is chorea. So Sydenham's chorea. Also subcutaneous nodules are there and erythema marginatum. In migratory polyarthritis, painful, red, hot, swollen, tender joints are seen, and the most affected ones are the knees, ankles, elbows, and wrist. And important is that the pain in one joint migrates to another joint. Now coming to pericarditis, it affects the endocardium, pericardium and myocardium. That is, all the layers of heart are involved, starting from the endocardium, pericardium and myocardium. The patient may have chest pain. The patient may have chest pain, and due to damage to the valves, there is mitral regurgitation. There is mitral valve होता है ना, तो जब ये इफेक्ट होता है इसमें तो प्रॉपर क्लोजिंग ऑफ वाल्व्स नहीं हो पाती है, जिसकी वजह से देयर इज अ मर्मर, क्रिएशन ऑफ अ मर्मर. मोस्ट कॉमनली पैन कार्डियक मर्मर होती है पूरी, ठीक है, इट्स अ मर्मर. मायोकार्डियल इन्फ्लेमेशन में लीड टू myocardial inflammation may lead to prolonged PR interval on ECG. The subcutaneous nodules appear as a small, underline, painless lumps beneath the skin. Also there are pink, painless macular rashes with flat or raised borders. Acute rheumatic fever is diagnosed by this is important, we call it modified Jones criteria, JONES, modified Jones criteria, which include major and minor criteria, and the diagnosis of acute rheumatic fever is made on the basis of two major criteria or one major and two minor criteria. In case of initial acute rheumatic fever, मतलब कि अगर इनिशियल acute rheumatic fever है तो उसमें दो मेजर क्राइटेरियाज हो या वन मेजर क्राइटेरिया प्लस टू माइनर. अभी मैं आगे बताऊंगा आपको क्या मेजर क्या माइनर क्राइटेरियाज हैं. और दूसरा लिखिए, रिकरेंट acute rheumatic fever is diagnosed by two major criteria or one major plus two minor criteria or three minor criteria. The major criteria include carditis, arthritis, chorea, erythema marginatum, and subcutaneous nodules. The arthritis will be, next line, the arthritis will be polyarthritis in case of low risk population. In case of low risk population, while it will be monoarthritis or polyarthritis, or it can be polyarthralgia in case of medium and high risk population. In case of medium and high risk population, the minor criterias for low risk population includes polyarthralgia. These are the minor criterias: polyarthralgia, fever, and ESR more than 60 mm in first hour, or CRP, that is the C-reactive protein, more than equal to 3 mg per dl with a prolonged PR interval. Monoarthralgia, fever, ESR more than 30 mm in first hour, monoarthralgia, fever, ESR more than 30 mm in first hour, and CRP more than 3 with a prolonged interval is seen in medium and high risk population. Now, besides these criterias, the evidence of preceding group A streptococcal infection should also be present. Now, this group A streptococcal infection can be found out by a positive throat culture for Streptococcus pyogenes. मतलब ये क्राइटेरिया तो हैं ही आपके पास, और साथ में आपको ग्रुप ए स्ट्रेप्टोकोकल भी चेक करना है. तो ये क्राइटेरियाज आपने देख लिए कि फीवर आ रहा है, सीआरपी बढ़ा है, कार्डाइटिस है, पॉलीआर्थराइटिस है, मोनोआर्थराइटिस है, पॉलीआर्थ्रेल्जिया जो भी है, उसके साथ में आपको ग्रुप ए स्ट्रेप्टोकोकल इन्फेक्शन भी डिटेक्ट करना है, विच इज बाय अ पॉजिटिव थ्रोट कल्चर फॉर स्ट्रेप्टोकोकस पायोजेनीज and rapid antigen test for Streptococcus pyogenes, elevated anti-streptolysin O titers, etc. Now the diagnosis is made the help of serological diagnosis, that is the anti-streptolysin O test, which provides a retrospective evidence of streptococcal infection. The ASO titer of greater than 200 Todd units per ml. This is important. ASO titer of more than 200 Todd units per ml is significant for rheumatic fever. And it indicates past streptococcal infection. ASO is detected by latex agglutination test. While previously neutralization test was used. Next is the anti-streptozyme test. This is a passive slide. Heme agglutination test, which is sensitive and a specific screening test. Next is the anti-streptokinase antibody detection test. And lastly, anti-hyaluronidase antibody detection test. Next paragraph, rapid tests for detection of antigen. On throat swabs can be done, but these are generally not positive in those cases who have recovered from throat infection. Also, throat swab cultures may be done for detection with a history of positive culture in past. The treatment includes benzathine penicillin G, benzathine benzathine penicillin G, 1.2 million units intramuscular single dose, or penicillin V or amoxicillin orally for 10 days. The prevention includes the treatment of group A streptococcal infections of throat with antibiotics like penicillin timely and their full course. Also, long-term penicillin prophylaxis, long-term penicillin prophylaxis is given to prevent streptococcal infections and its reinfection and further damage to heart. If the patient is having acute rheumatic fever with carditis, if the patient is having acute rheumatic fever with carditis, long-term prophylaxis of penicillin, long-term prophylaxis of penicillin is given every 4 weeks for 5 years or until 21 years of age, whichever is longer. If the patient is having acute rheumatic fever without carditis, long-term prophylaxis of penicillin is given for 10 years until 21 years of age, whichever is longer. If the patient is having persistent valvular disease, then the treatment is continued up to 40 years of age, or sometimes lifelong therapy may be needed. Lifelong therapy may be needed. The prognosis of rheumatic fever depends on the age, the presence of heart lesions, the stage of detection of disease, available treatment facilities, and number of previous exposures. If the patient is having carditis in early childhood, the prognosis is worst. this is in brief about acute rheumatic fever.